So this is again from ESPN.com. What would be a successful draft for the Browns is the question. Browns still need to add depth, notably defensive end, defensive tackle, and linebacker. Getting help in those spots, both in the short term and long term, would make this draft successful for the Browns. I don't know short term, but yeah, those are areas, and I think you could throw linebacker and probably running back and probably offensive tackle in there as well.
Yeah, you can throw a lot of positions into that pie there. Like it's really never ending. But there's a lot to say. I will say when it comes to that again, the Browns is going to depend on when they do and what they do better this year.
Yep. All right, this from Althon.com, 3-round mock draft. So the Browns, they have the Browns going with 2 defensive linemen. So 74, Tuipulotu and USC defensive lineman. Then at 98, they have him come back and taking Zach Harrison. And again, those are kind of interesting guys. Harrison is one of those guys that I'm curious to see what his NFL career looks like. He's got all the measurables you want to see. He's fast, he's strong, he's big, and for some reason doesn't do what you would hope he does on the football field.
Yeah, Zach Harrison is one of those players where people are still trying to figure out, right? Because he's 6'6" and 271, but he's a good athlete for somebody that size. He's not necessarily the athlete you need him to be that size at edge, even at the college position. Now, he's super young, 21 years old. There could be a lot that changes with him. And then, like I mentioned, the way that the NFL is moving with run stuffers, these dudes are usually really long. He's long at 6'6". So the hope for me would be, hey, if you move this guy to 3-tech, you might have something there because he looks more like a 3-tech. He plays more like a 3-tech. But there's a reason that move was never made at Ohio State. And if only the people on that coaching staff know why that move was never made.
Yeah, and what do you think about the defensive lineman from, and again, that's the second or third mock draft that I've seen with Tuipulotu, who's going to the Browns at that pick. Again, it's a big guy, and I know you probably don't know a whole lot about him, but I think he's a little more physical than the last guy we talked about.
Oh, no, I watched a lot of USC this year. I'm familiar with that defense and familiar enough to know I'm good. I'm good off anybody in that defense. I have watched them ruin many of Caleb Williams' great performances by how untrustworthy that defense was across the board, especially on the defensive line. They do have a couple of players who might be good outside that situation. Tuipulotu, I don't feel like it's somebody who's going to move the needle either way there. He's kind of just the dude there. But yeah, I'm good. I've seen enough in that USC defense. Watch that game against North Texas or Tulane or whoever it was that they lost to in a bowl game.
It was Tulane, and Tajay Spears is going in the College Football Hall of Fame based on his...
Tajay Spears moved up a whole round based off of that defense.
Yeah.
Like, I would just be hesitant.